Hello, in this video I shall be giving the analysis of a topic. The topic is Review of the Information Technology Rules 2021 in view of some key rights. So by this we come to know that we have this Information Technology Rules 2021 recently out, and what effect are they having on our rights. Recently, after these rules are out, there is a huge war on the rules because they are overriding our fundamental rights. So this is why it is in debate and in news in India. Indian law, it is totally under experimenting tussle right now. Actually, a law must have mathematical exactitudes playing. That is, some exact things, a contraction of exact things, exact mathematical statistical things, and attitudes. So this blend must be seen in any making of law. But this is now replaced by experimenting tussle in India. So that is the prime problem. Because of this, we are losing our fundamental rights working to their fullest in the country. And the system now is about bargaining and negotiating. Now the condition is like we have to bargain about our rights and we must go to the courts for our rights, for the working of our rights. And negotiations with the governments are happening to have full effect of these rights, which is a very bad thing. So that is the reason these information technology rules are now debatable in the news. The name of these rules totally is the Information Technology Intermediary Guidelines and Digital Media Ethics Code Rules 2021. So as the name says, this is about setting some ethical guidelines about digital media and some intermediary guidelines. So the intermediary exit points are there for any content to be out into the public. So any guideline for these intermediaries and any ethics deviation of digital media must all be ensured right by these rules of 2021. But the reason of this is fine, but are these overriding on the fundamental rights of our country? So that must be seen in this video or in this analysis. These rules are on digital media, as I have told, as the name says. So it is about social media platforms. So by these rules, the social media platforms lost safe harbor immunity. Earlier they used to have some immunity against strict playing of rules, but now they lost all safe harbor immunity with these ethics code rules 2021, and they cannot be totally immune to any punishment that will be given under law if they deviate from these rules. So if they are non-compliant to the rules, they don't have any safe harbor to go to. So that is what these rules are doing. Some of the positives in these rules are this is going to remove some non-consensuals. So some non-consensual pictures or videos or anything that is not good or not in terms with government or governance or anyone, or which is not fine with the public, they are going to be removed, and this is going to be done within 24 hours after the government gives the order. So this is one positive thing. And compliance report publication must be done by the companies, by these social media platforms. So they must, time to time, they must give this publication that they are compliant with these rules. And dispute resolution mechanism is also set up under these rules, that the disputes could be about content removal of these platforms and information label. So information label would include labeling the ownership, the true ownership of that content, or the true advertiser of that content or sponsorer of that content. So these things must be totally plain to the public. So information label must be added to this content of these social media platforms. So these are some positive things, but there are so many negative things than positives, as I have listed here one after the other. The first thing is these rules are contrary to some Supreme Court precedents. These rules are against some past Supreme Court precedents, like for example K.S. Puttaswamy case. This was a 2012 case against the Union of India case in Supreme Court. So this case, the total case is about Aadhaar card, the gathering of information under Aadhaar, and what effect it would have on right to privacy that is guaranteed to us under Article 21 of our Constitution. So this case questioned the constitutional legality of Aadhaar card or Aadhaar system that is set up in that year by the government of India. So that was one case, and this also is not taking into consideration the Supreme Court's statement in one case of LIC versus Manubai case that happened in 1992. In that case, Supreme Court gave a strong statement that the freedom to circulate one's views is the lifeline of any democratic institution. Any attempt to stifle, suffocate, or gag this right would sound a death knell to democracy. So here very strongly it is giving this importance to rights. So they are the main pillars for any working of democracy in any country. And if we are going to give any suffocation, or if we are going to gag the freedom of speech or freedom of expression or privacy, that is not going to be fine with any democratic country, and that is some death knell to any democracy. So this is a very strong statement given by Supreme Court, a landmark statement, and these rules are not fine or not in line with the statement given by the Supreme Court. So thus they are contrary to some Supreme Court precedents. So this statement by Supreme Court, simply to put it into two phrases, it is just against autocracy and dictatorship, and it is strongly emphasizing on right to free speech and expression guaranteed to us under Article 19 of our Constitution. The second negative point is colorable legislation. So colorable legislation is a legal principle of our legislation. So colorable legislation, under this, a legislature cannot do anything indirectly. So no legislation work must happen indirectly, but all legislations must go directly. If there is a chance to go directly, they must not do a legislation or law indirectly. So that is called colorable legislation. This is deviated in these rules because the rules are framed by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, and their administration of the rules, their administration must be done by Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. So this is how the rules are made. But under colorable legislation, the legislation must be done directly by the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, but they are done by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. This must not be done. So indirectly they have framed the rules, and indirectly they are giving the administrative powers to some other ministry. Moreover, the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology has got no right to make such rules according to the second schedule of the Business Rules 1961. So these rules are about digital media. So digital media rules, these rules must never be framed by the MeitY, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. So according to this, even this rule making power is also taken away by the Ministry of Electronics and IT while making these rules of information technology rules 2021. But so this is also deferred by the ministries. And according to the Act of Information Technology 2000, the rules are ultra vires to the acts. So the rules that are framed now, according to Information Technology Act 2000, the rules are done beyond how they must be done. So ultra vires is beyond some legal authority. So doing something beyond legal authority. So according to IT Act, the ministry, this MeitY ministry must not frame rules for the digital media, things relating to that. But these rules are framed by that, and these rules are also called as the subordinate legislation to IT Act. So they don't have such great power to call these rules as subordinate to legislations because they are not made by an authoritative authority under the true legal right. So this is some problem with the colorable legislation that is not followed by the rules of 2021. Finally, the free speech adjudicator is the central government. So the central government, if it says some content is negative, or if it says that some content is wrong about it, so that is the final say. So that must not be done. So if the central government wants some content to be taken down, it must be done by the intermediary of these platforms within 36 hours. So this is giving some autocracy or dictatorship kind of atmosphere. And the right to privacy is also not followed by these rules because there is a requirement of traceability in these rules. So this traceability must deviate end-to-end encryption. In order to be traceable to the government, the social media platform must not follow end-to-end encryption. So because of that, there are some security concerns like the third party involvement towards this end-to-end encryption and all. So there is no data protection law moreover in our country. Because of this, there is a threat to right to privacy given to us under Article 21 of our Constitution. And there are some few cases in the past where data was breached, like pizza delivery chain case, and several airlines data were also breached in the past. So these problems are there with our country. There would also be huge market loss because there won't be any profit making if these things are strictly seen by the government in our country. So big multinational companies, they stop coming to India, and this is a market loss to us. And the final say is attacking rights is undermining democracy. So this must be seen by the government. So this is the thing about it, and thank you.